Why is Santa Claus dressed in red? That is a question that many people have on their minds for years. But we're not stopping there. We're diving deep into the history of Santa. From his early roots to the modern day Santa we all know and love today. So get comfy and let's start the journey into the world of jolly old Santa. Let's begin with the history of Santa Claus. Now we all know Santa is a cheerful man with the big red suit, the snowy beard, and the laugh that shakes the room. Ho ho ho. But did you know that the Santa we recognize today is the result of centuries of history, myth, and cultural fusion? The story of Santa Claus starts all the way back in the 4th century with Saint Nicholas, a Christian bishop who lived in what's now modern-day Turkey. Saint Nicholas was known for his generosity, especially towards children and the poor. There's this famous story about him secretly giving gold to a poor family so that their daughters could have a dowry and get married. This is where the tradition of gift giving really starts. Over the years, Saint Nicholas legend spread across Europe, with different countries adding their own twist to the tale. In Holland, for example, Saint Nicholas was called Sinterklaas, and the Dutch settlers brought this tradition to America in the 18th century. But it wasn't until the 19th century that we start to see Santa take the form we know today. So let's talk about Santa's look. Before the red suit became iconic, Santa didn't always wear red. In fact, Saint Nicholas, the original inspiration, was often depicted in a bishop's robe, which was usually green or white. This makes sense, since he was a bishop after all. But over time, artists began to portray Santa differently. In 1851, a political cartoonist named Thomas Nast began drawing Santa Claus for Harper's Weekly. Nast's Santa was the first to really resemble the modern version, a chubby, cheerful man with a long white beard, wearing a fur-lined red suit. These illustrations played a huge role in shaping how we visualize Santa today. But before we talk about why Santa is red, let's think about the other elements that make Santa Claus so iconic. Why does he have a sleigh and a reindeer? Why does he visit on Christmas Eve? Well, these traditions also have their roots in various myths and legends. One major influence is the Norse god Odin, who was known to ride through the sky on a magical horse during winter solstice. Children would leave their boots filled with hay for Odin's horse, and in exchange, Odin would leave gifts in their boots. This tradition later merged with the idea of Sinterklaas, and as time went on, the sleigh and reindeer were introduced as part of Santa's mythos. The idea of Santa flying around the world on Christmas Eve was famous by Clement Clarke Moore's poem in 1823. The poem was not only described Santa's magical reindeer, but also cemented his overnight journey as a perfect way for him to deliver gifts to children all over the world. Now here's where things get interesting. Many people believe that Coca-Cola invented Santa's red suit. But that's not exactly true. Let's set the record straight. In 1931, Coca-Cola launched a series of ads featuring Santa Claus. These ads, created by artist Haddon Sundblom, showed Santa as a cheerful, plump man in a bright red suit with white fur trim, holding a Coke and smiling. This image was so popular that it became synonymous with the holiday season. But here's the thing, Coca-Cola didn't invent the red suit. They just popularized it and made it even more recognizable. Before these ads, Santa had been depicted in a variety of colors: red, green, blue, and even brown depending on the artist. Coca-Cola's ad helped cement the red suit as Santa's signature look, and today it's nearly impossible to imagine Santa wearing anything else. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and comment Santa. Bye.